So there's been quite a bit of interest on the page about the cars we've been working on, like the red Mustang and the blue Camaro and the El Camino and the where's the C10 at. And James has been on the road quite a bit with the MPK for the past 8 months now, almost the past year full, just almost every weekend, just going and going and going. So he's not able to come down and do a lot of update videos on what's happening with the cars and the progress that we've made. And there's a lot that goes into building a car, but there's a lot of those things aren't visually appealing for the camera. Like, I mean, you can stuff in the motor and you can put the interior in, but you get down to like wiring and putting on like small parts, like putting on a starter and stuff like that. That's not stuff that really makes for good video. But we talked yesterday and decided that I would make 1 or 2 videos a week, kind of just showing what I'm doing and kind of keeping you guys more up to date on the cars that we're building. Right now I've been working quite a bit on this blue Camaro that's one of James's good friends that we're building for him, and we've been waiting on some parts, so I decided to go ahead and put a paint job on it. So for the past, I don't know, week and a half or so, 2 weeks, I started out, I just PDR'd all the dents out of the car so it's just not full of mud, and then went ahead and fixed all the rock chips and got all the small spots in primer. Got all the primer blocked out on that, and then went to set the factory hood on there because that's what we want this thing to look like, is a factory car, even though it is a supercharged LS. And we went to set the factory hood on there Friday, Thursday, something like that, and it wouldn't clear because the blower sticks out so far. So we decided to go a different route, and we had ordered a hood for the gold car last year before LS Fest, and we ended up not using it, but it happens to be one of the Sunoco hoods that has the big clearance. Well, we ordered it lightweight carbon fiber, so when you order those, they're not to the like finished, like you would order like a steel hood. It's not smooth. They're pretty rough, honestly, because they're so lightweight. They don't add a lot of extra resin and things like that. So I went ahead and body worked it last week, and today I'm going to go ahead and get it blocked out and get it ready to stick on the car so we can lay out the paint job and put the stripes on it and everything. So that is what we're doing today, and I'll record a little bit of that process just so you guys can kind of see what goes into getting one show quality whenever it's done. So y'all stay tuned. So when you're body working these out, you start, obviously you scuff it real good, and then you go over it with the body filler, and then you come back with 80 grit or 36 to knock down the filler to get it smooth. Finish it out with 80 or 150, and then you come back over it with a high build 2K primer, which is where we're at now. And then I take what I call, I guess what the industry calls guide coat, little rattle can or something that's off color from the gray, so you can see where you're sanding at. See, like this, and then you come over and you knock the top of it off, and it shows you where all the imperfections are as far as sanding marks. Use a straight block, and it will show you any kind of blows or how much more you need sanding. What you're doing is you're sanding until all the black's gone, which I do my initial sanding in a 220 or a 320 just to knock the top of the primer down quickly, and then I'll come back and guide coat it one more time with a powdered guide coat, and this gets all in the real fine scratches that you're not able to see with just a spray can. So we'll come back with that, and then some 600. On a flat block, and block it again to make sure it's perfect and ready for paint. The paint we're going with it has a lot of pearl in it, so any kind of scratches are really going to stand up if you don't get them all out. So you come back like that. Obviously I need to sand more than one spill out, but you get the idea that it takes it all the way down to a surface that's ready to accept paint. And even though this feels really smooth to the hand, all these little bitty black spots will show up in a high metallic paint job for sure. They'll stand up. You'll be able to see the scratches right through the paint. So we have to take the time to sand that all the way out. Otherwise it will show up. This is what makes or break paint jobs. Anybody can swing a gun and lay down paint. It's all in the prep work. So that's what I'm doing today, and I got plenty of sanding to do, so I will catch you guys on the next one.